Tigers, Bulldogs, Saints. Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
Good morning. Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance, to you Swifties and non-Swifties alike out there. As we get set for our third week of fall sports coverage here on the Blitz. Tom, alongside Kelly, Coach, Casey, packed house of our crew this morning. We'll have a packed house a little later in the program as well. We'll be talking to DeKalb County High School volleyball around 9:20. Coaches Kayla Johnson and Madison Cross will be with us. Rylee, Wilbur, and Sophie Adcock. Right around 9:40, we'll have the DeKalb Middle School cross country coach, Miss Emily Davis, and we'll be joined by Ty Arnold, and I'm going to say is it Ferge or Fergie or Bailee? Something. I was
Ferge.
Ferge.
We're going French.
Fergie. It is Fergie. I said earlier we could just call her Fergie and maybe get away with it, but sometimes we have to do our pronunciation key before getting the show, and we didn't do that this morning. But plenty to talk about today is we're really in full force fall sports right now. 3-day weekend. I know a lot of people are out going to cook out and camp out and have all kinds of fun, but we're going to focus on some sports here for the next little bit. I want to start out with some Tiger football. Tigers, their home opener last night, lost at home to White House 20-13, and going to call in Casey Midget. I got to watch about the first 2 1/4 quarters as I was watching on Huddle, and it crapped out on me, but Casey, I know up until that point, DeKalb County looked good defensively. White House went down and scored to start the game and then had a drive right before halftime that was set up by, I don't know if it was an intended fake punt or a busted play. We can talk about that, but DeKalb comes out and performs a little better in the second half, but walk us kind of through the end of the game because White House ends up scoring with 51 seconds left. What goes on in those last few moments that, unfortunately, I didn't catch, and maybe what affected the outcome of the game?
Yeah, you're right. The defense played very well all night long. DeKalb goes down and scores with, 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. And, boy, everybody was feeling really good. It actually scored to tie it 13-13, and then Kayla missed the extra point, which would have given us a lead. Mm-hmm. So that seemed like it took a little wind out of us. But White House gets the ball back, and I can't remember if it was a couple plays into it. Throws a pick, what looks like a pick to Ryan, and it gets called pass interference on.
Wow.
And that give them new life, and they just drove down the field, and with about 40, 50 seconds left, they found that number 8 in the end zone down there. I don't know. It's really heartbreaking for them because I'll tell you that first half they had even before they scored that second touchdown right before halftime, it just looked like one score might win it.
Yeah,
last night
it sure did.
But I learned a lot about that team last night because they did not quit. Mm-hmm. That team could have rolled over and said, man, it's just not our night. These guys are bigger than us and faster. They did not quit. And they come out that first drive in that second half, marched down the field and scored that touchdown, and it was a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
Everybody in the stadium felt like, the momentum had turned and DeKalb was going to make a run at it. And they did. But just an unfortunate mishap or two is what really hurt us last night. Reed probably snapped the ball low to Carter to set up that second touchdown for White House. Mm-hmm. Other than that, you had some people miss some blocks and a few people miss some coverage out there that let White House convert on 3rd and long 4 or 5 times. That really hurt us. But give those guys credit. I tell you, Jesse was obviously in pain in that second half, and he still rolled in out there and did the best he could. And Coach Trapp called his number a lot last night to run. People ask me, why in the world you got Jesse running, when you got those 3 running backs back there, plus Ryan Lyons and John Travis,
sure,
that can run the ball. But he runs Jesse to set up those other guys too. If you'll notice, when Jesse has a keeper, he may get 2 or 3 yards, he may lose a couple yards, but he's running him to set up those other guys, because right after that he'll hand the ball off to one of them, and they almost always make positive yardage out of that. Jesse's still struggling right now finding open receivers, but he's young. I mean, it's his second real start, and I mean that's what you get with a new quarterback.
Well, that's what you got to keep in mind. I mean, you had a real seasoned veteran in Jordan Parker out there last year, and you can't compare apples to oranges. And Jesse is still new at all this. Not that he hadn't been, training to get ready for it, but when you get a real game situation, Chris, you can speak on this. When you are in a game situation for the first time, and we're still talking about kids out here. These guys are young. When you get out there in real-time speed, it takes you a little time to get used to all of it.
The biggest thing that I can bring up that's going to make this all make sense a little bit is Cam Ward with the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get into their practices, and the defense is throwing everything at him as much as they can, as fast as they can, to speed him up.
Sure.
Because every level you progress in this sport, it gets faster. And as a second game starter for DeKalb County at quarterback, things are still moving really, really fast for him, especially when you're seeing a completely different defense than what you saw the first week, and exotic blitzes and things like that. And it's like time to process.
Right.
It will be a different quarterback once he gets more experience later on in the season. That doesn't do any good for last night. But I think that's the big problem right now. Things are really, really fast for him.
And personally, I think once he really settles in and he grows into that role and gets more confident with the playmakers, Ryan Lyons, John Travis, and some of these young guys that are coming in, Cecil Ketchum, and you got a good offensive line in front of you. I think once he starts to grow and develop, as the season wears on, Casey, I see him gaining that confidence, and I see this offense really having some potential to break out as he does gain that confidence.
They got all kinds of athletes on that team. One kid we forget about is Levi Cripps. That kid has the softest hands of any wideout they've got on that team, and but he's a freshman, and you can tell that him and Jesse haven't really connected yet, and that just takes playing time to be able to form that trust and to know where somebody's going to be and all. But you think about Ryan Lyons, I'm telling you, I've been saying this for 10 years now. Anytime that kid steps on the field, he's the best athlete on the field. I don't care where he's at, who we're playing, he's the best athlete on the field.
Yep.
And so I feel like we've got to find more ways to get him involved. It looked like Whitehouse had sort of figured out what we were trying to do with him in the run game last night, where they flipped the ball to him round in like that. But there's plenty of other ways to get him involved. And the simple fact is, even with them knowing, he still made yards last night. So, John Travis was another kid that is a real athlete out there. He needs to be touching the ball a lot more than what he is. And I this is not a criticism to the, coaching or anything like that. I think they're trying to get the ball. It's just not worked out for them.
Yeah.
They had a few drops last night that really hurt Jesse. I can think of a couple that went to Jarrett Hamilton, their tight end
Saw
out there.
those, yeah.
And I mean, there was one that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
If he'd have caught it, it
Wide
was
open.
a touchdown. And so it's not all Jesse's. I don't want to put all the blame on him because it's not. They all have to rally around and try to help. Thought the running backs acquitted themselves okay last night. Coach Trapp decided to go with a 3-man rotation last night. And so Gavin Frazier had a much better game, I thought, last night. He was able to find some holes, and I thought Cecil did well last night. Reed had a good drive last night. That's encouraging because, to be honest with you, in the second half, I think Whitehouse had figured out, hey, they're not going to be able to pass against us.
Yeah.
And so they were looking for the run, and we still were able to move the ball up and down the field. That was pretty impressive to me. Coach Trapp looked like he'd come in last night in the second half and decided we're just going to run the ball, and he was able to, even with them loading the box and things like that. So, but that's the genius though of Coach Trapp though. He knew that they were going to do that, and he still ran Jesse, and that sets up the running game when he does that.
Yep.
So. Really proud of the team last night. That was a game that they could have rolled over, and they showed me something last night. I'll tell you, if I was Watertown, I'd be worried. I'll be honest with you. It'll be a whole new game next week.
And we'll talk about that coming up in the last segment as DeKalb County prepares to go to Watertown, and Coach has had a chance to see them twice, so we'll get kind of a two-time.
I'm halfway through this progression. We got 2 more to go.
So we'll talk a little preview of that game coming up in our last segment. Again, Whitehouse 20-13 over DeKalb County last night. We'll come back with some more Tiger football talk a little bit later on. Saints football get a win on homecoming, 32-0. They beat Prescott South. Landon Holmes, I said Matt. He'll be proud of that. Landon Holmes.
Call him Lincoln. Landon will love being called Lincoln.
Yeah, I won't go there. 102 passing yards, had 3 touchdowns, came off the bench to do that. Kaysen Morgan, 69 receiving yards, couple of touchdowns. Elijah Watson and Aiden Buchanan, they combined for 166 yards on the ground, a couple of touchdowns. Buchanan started the game at quarterback, also ran in a couple of 2-point conversions. Coach, good win for the Saints. They dominated. There's just no way about it. In fact, it took Prescott until late in the second quarter to even touch the football.
It's crazy. In the first half, they had the ball for under 2 minutes, and in the third quarter, the entire 8, and that was Prescott's offense. I mean, that was it. We talked about Tennessee and Western Kentucky because after Middle scored on this first drive, 65 yards, a purposeful onside kick, they recover, and so it's 22-0.
Yeah.
And Prescott's not touched the ball.
Yeah.
So complete dominance, complete performance, special teams, offense, defense. Yes, coaches, we're going to find mistakes and things we can improve on and harp on. We can't let anybody feel good about themselves for a moment, but about as complete a performance that you can get.
DeKalb County Soccer, Lady Tigers beat Cannon County back on Tuesday, 8-2 in their only match of the week. Rocio Godinez with 4 goals in that game, and Dulcie Ramirez had 10 saves. Big win for DeKalb County as they improved to 2-1. Lady Saints Soccer finished their week strong as they shut out Watertown on Thursday in a conference match. 9-0 ends up being the score there. DeKalb County Cross Country, a very impressive note for them this week. They posted 11 personal records on Tuesday at the Coffee County Invitational in Manchester. New personal records for Ben Driver, Landon Brown, Lucas Cable, Kane Salas, Vaden Trexler, Rylee Gibbs, Emily Fry, Lennon Salas, Dan Rogers, Mackenzie McIntyre, Miley Falk, all set personal best 11. Kelly, that's amazing.
I think the weather had a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that they wouldn't have made I think you're going to see their times go down a whole lot, especially with the weather change. They were running in 100-degree weather. They were having to, I know a couple of times the junior high had to cancel practice and move it till 6 or 7 o'clock at night because of the heat index. So I think those runners, their scores with this cooler weather that I absolutely loathe is coming in. They're gonna see better. They're gonna see better times out of them and the junior high as well.
Big day for them at again, the Coffee County Invitational. I can't talk this morning, so congratulations to them. We'll be talking some middle school cross country coming up, and of course, we'll have to get Coach Van Branken on to bring some of her runners here in the next week or two. Maybe the biggest story of the last week, DeKalb County High School Lady Tiger Volleyball. They get their first ever match win, and we're going to talk about it when we come back as the coaches and a couple of members of the team will join us here on DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Tennessee Fleet offers a wide range of specialized services, from vinyl graphics to car audio installations, custom wheel and tire sales, and aftermarket auto equipment. As a locally owned business, we pride ourselves on delivering personalized service and maintaining a strong connection with our community. Our streamlined appointment process and professional approach ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards. We are here to meet your needs efficiently and effectively. Tennessee Fleet, 615-597-6287.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Just like a winning team, Liberty State Bank is there when you need them most, providing financial solutions that fit your goals. Whether it's building a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, you can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Tigers, Saints, and Bulldogs.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night, as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been your hometown lawn care source in DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland. From mowers and tractors to seed, fertilizer, parts, and service, we've got all your lawn care needs covered. Plus, we have the top name brands available, from Bad Boy to Hustler, Shindaiwa, Red Max, and more. When it comes to your lawn, don't play around with the rest when you can have the best. Southern Landscape Supply, your neighbor in lawn care. 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
This is DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. We are excited, so excited this morning, not just to be talking about DeKalb County High School volleyball, but talking about the first ever match win in program history. I've been dying for this segment all week because I'm so excited for this program. Coach Kayla Johnson, head coach Kayla Johnson with us. Assistant coach Madison Cross. First of all, I got to know, what was it like? With the matches over, you got the win. I know everybody's exhilarated, but what was the feeling?
So I'd like to talk about the set win first.
Okay.
Because the set win, you would have thought we won the Super Bowl.
Yes, I
if you
saw
go
the
back
video.
and watch the video, we were so excited.
It was amazing, yes.
The parents, everybody. It was just like all the hard work that the girls had done last year to not win anything.
Yeah.
And to finally get that set win against a team that thought they were going to come in and roll over us was great. And so that was awesome. And then to get the first match win was even better. And the fact that they did that in the first week was just like, okay, we can do this. Yeah. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And I told the girls, I was like, there's no more 0 and 30-something losses.
Yeah. I got to ask, though, was it extra sweet that the first set win came over Cannon, the rival?
It was awesome just because it was first home game of the season.
Yeah.
The first day of season play, and it was the first set of the season. So it was just awesome. And to see the girls' faces, they were just like, oh my God, we did this.
Yes.
We did this.
Right.
Now, was it hard to get them to focus back on the rest of the game?
A little bit. But by the time we got to the fourth set, they were gassed. They were just like, we were exhausted. But also, our air went out in the gym. We had no air. And thankfully for Jackson and Tyler at CrossFit, because the girls have been going to CrossFit all summer. Mm-hmm. And he looked at us. He was like, I prepared them for this. We were just sweating. And we were just like, we got this. But by the time fourth set come, they were gassed. And we knew it. But I just told them, I was like, just keep going. And I'm proud of you for where you got for the first match. And of my girls that are on the court, I have 5 that have ever played. Of my 17, 12 have never played. 4 have played 1 year. 1 has played multiple years. So for us to compete with the teams that we're competing with is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Let me ask you from a coaching perspective. You were part of the program as an assistant coach last year, and you've stepped up into the head coaching role. What has that expanded role been like for you?
I've enjoyed it. I mean, I don't feel like it's much different than last year because Horton and I worked hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, our overall group, like, I want them to all have fun.
Sure.
I want this to be the sport that they enjoy, because sometimes other sports you get so serious, like for softball, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, our girls like Lockie, and like that's their main sport they've done forever. So for volleyball, I want it to be an outlet, one that they can enjoy, but I want them to do the work. And it's so exciting to see them succeed. So even though, like the other night when we lost, we'd lose the point, but they did things right.
Yeah.
Like we'd either block or we'd have a dig or we'd have a hit. And maybe, we didn't win the actual rally part, but they did the things right.
Sure.
We are celebrating the things that they did right.
Yeah.
Even if we lose the overall match, we are celebrating and concentrating on one serve at a time, 1 point at a time, learning all the things that we need to do.
Yeah. We want to talk to first-year assistant coach Madison Cross, and this been your first year here at DeKalb County and with a new program. What's been your impression of it so far?
I've been very impressed with the girls. I feel like they've grown really fast. They've, taken my feedback really well. I could tell. Well, it's actually funny because I Kayla kind of had to talk me into coaching at first. I was hesitant because I work full time and I was a college athlete. Like I know like how much time and energy. So I knew once I get into it, like there's no going back.
Right.
But once I came to tryouts, I really fell in love with the girls because I could tell like how much like they wanted to learn and grow. So
you played at Lindsey Wilson, correct? Talk about what you did there, your position, and about that program in general, for that matter.
Yeah, I loved Lindsey Wilson. I went there for 4 years for my undergrad. I was a right side hitter. And I loved it there. It was fun. Then Columbia, Kentucky. Yeah, it's where I met my husband, Eli Cross.
Yeah.
And he brought you back to DeKalb County. But now Kentucky can't be that much different than here.
No, it's very similar.
I was going to say, because I've been to Kentucky quite a bit to play ball.
Other than they're better in basketball, we're better in football.
Sometimes. We'll see this year.
Yeah, well, I better hush. I'm going to get in trouble. Rylee, I want to talk to you about the changes you've seen from last year to this year. Well, what do you maybe feel like has been the biggest change or area of growth that the program's experienced?
I think the biggest change of growth has been the attitudes.
Yeah.
We've had a lot better attitudes this year, and we're more positive, and we pick each other up a lot more than last year.
You kind of feel like you're a leader with this team, having been there and done that for 1 year?
For the most part, yes.
Sophie, what about you? What do you feel like is maybe something that has changed and you like a little bit better this year than last year?
I just like that we all talk more. It's just like we all have grown more, at least the people that came back from last year.
Yeah.
It's just a lot different with people's attitudes, like Rylee said. And it's just it's a lot better.
Sophie, I want to know, were you more excited to win the set against Cannon County or the match against Clark Range?
It was about the same because Clark Range was like in that tournament, and then Cannon County was like one of the games seasonal. Yeah.
Sure. Rylee, what about you?
I don't know. It was both very exciting.
Both very excited. Well, I could see where it'd be. I was tickled to death about both myself, and I wasn't even there.
I was just the match when I was excited. It was at home, and that they had it on video because like you can kind of preserve that. I know when you go to your away matches.
Oh, I video.
I know, but like Huddle, people can subscribe to Huddle, but they can go in and that we were able to post the clip, and that's like that's a historical thing.
Sure.
And you look at. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't go. I mean, I don't go back to what it was, but you look at your softball program and your volleyball program. The softball program was started from scratch as well with Coach Bond. 30 years ago, maybe
almost 40. Yeah.
And so the success that they've had in a short amount of time, and now you've got volleyball, which more when they started softball, not everybody was playing that, but more schools have been playing volleyball. I know they had volleyball at Jackson and Livingston when I was in school, and we just didn't have it as a program. But I love the fact that y'all are able to bring this program on and grow it, and you had success. It took a year, but nothing comes easy. I mean, and that's a good thing too, because if it came easy last year, would have been would you have been able to get them to work as hard this year? So. And so that's what I'm saying. Like they've worked. They've had to put some love into this sport, and so I'm so excited that y'all have gotten this win. I have to get out because y'all play at a different time. I can't make it at that time.
We have no Friday games intentionally so that we do not interfere with football because our girls want to go to football.
That's not my Mondays at 5. I just can't get there. I'm gonna have to come. I'll have to get there late.
Hey, we have a day game against Smith County at home. I believe it's like the 28th-ish.
It is the 25th.
25th.
Yep.
It's a Wednesday.
I'm sorry, it's the 24th. I got
24th? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a day game. It'll be at DeKalb County High School at 1 o'clock with JV and then varsity to follow. We actually go to Smith County this Wednesday for a day game. But
you need to get the 8th grade middle schools to agree to bring their 8th graders.
Okay.
So the girls can see it. because I mean, like my PE program. I mean, like I said, I bought a volleyball net to go outside. I just got on it. I was like, I'll just order one because my daughter loves to play it. She's in 5th grade, but all my kids want to play volleyball. So I just set a net up outside because with basketball going on, I can't leave it up in the gym. So I set it up outside and it's up all week and the kids get to play all week and they're really kind of getting good at it. I broke out all the volleyballs I had and I was like, let's practice serving first and so we can get the ball into play. But then we've been working on some stuff and we've added the 4-square in the air. So hopefully I'll send you a couple in the next few years.
You've sent me a lot. Actually, majority of our 8th grade girls are from under the hill, aren't they?
I know.
Over half of them.
They're like,
over half.
Did you go to the middle school with them?
Yeah, over half of them. Like they were excited when they came to conditioning and stuff. They were excited.
We did a lot of volleyball last year. I mean, like I kept a net set up after basketball season so they could kind of play. And so hopefully we'll keep sending you some more each.
I'm hopeful.
Each year.
You gonna ask some tough questions for these girls?
No, Sophie's in like, don't ask me anything hard.
I never said that.
Okay, so Sophie, what is your favorite part? Like in a game, what's going on? What is your favorite scenario to happen for you?
Definitely whenever me and Millie are up there, and she either like gets a block by herself. I don't know. Millie's just a really funny person, and she's never down. And I just love that about her, and it just helps the team a lot.
So whenever Millie does something good, and if you ever see me on the sidelines going, that's mine and Millie's thing. Like if that's it's our jam. Like if that's and then everybody's up. Everybody's like, all right, we got this.
I had Millie at the West School, so I know exactly what you're talking about with Millie. She's very quirky, and she's very funny. So I know I'll never say it correct. You're the all-time defender is what is Bailee? Is that? No. Libero. Sorry. You're the libero. What is your favorite part about being libero?
Probably just, I don't know.
She's very good at digging the ball and getting it up and getting those balls that nobody else can get.
And do you like this? Is this a position you want to play?
I like it. I mean, I can't hit. You see me up there. You think I can hit. You think I can go up there. I don't have really. I like it a lot. It's really fun. I like it when I'm able to make it where it's easier for Haley, which is our setter, to be able to set our hitters up.
So Haley Moore is the setter. Who are your hitters? Who are your main hitters?
Sophie and Jordan are outside. Lakeland and Millie are our middles. And then
KP.
And KP. And then Emmeline is our right side.
Okay. So I know one of the parents was asking me, of the freshman, I will not call her out. She was like, I don't know. She's like, I was getting on to her about not hitting it. There's a 6-foot line. Can you explain the 6-foot line if you have to play behind the 6-foot line?
10-foot line.
Is it 10 foot?
Yeah.
It was 6.
No, it's 10.
It's 10. Okay, so
you got to brush up on this if you're going to coach middle school volleyball.
I'm not coaching. Look, I resigned from coaching.
Coach is dying over there. He's been your biggest advocate here.
Obviously, I don't know enough about it to do it. So, tell people about the 10-foot line and why certain people can't hit from in front of it.
Well, anybody in the back row, you can, as long as you jump before the 10-foot line, you can hit. But if not, then it's the other team's point. And then all front row, they transition behind the 10-foot line. That way they're able to hit. And then, like, I cannot hit in front of the 10-foot line, jump in front of the 10-foot line to send the ball over, or set in front of the 10-foot line. I can only pass.
So you can pass it over in like a bump situation. Okay, but that's all the questions I have.
I want to talk about the schedule coming up this week. You mentioned the day game that's coming up Wednesday. Tuesday you're at Livingston, and so you're going.
No, we don't go to Livingston on Tuesday.
Okay,
Livingston. We switched that because Livingston is in Hawaii playing in a tournament.
Well, bless their hearts.
So
they'd rather go to Hawaii than play on home.
Look, I will be your volunteer assistant if you go to Hawaii. I can be the water girl.
Well, you mentioned that. We are trying.
Okay, so scratch that one from the schedule. Okay, all right.
Tuesday game.
So Wednesday, Smith County day game, and then will they be back for their own tournament next weekend? I've got Overton County tournament on the schedule for next weekend.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Oh, okay. Are we going to have it in Hawaii? Because DC Blitz would love to go cover that.
Yes. So when that tournament was scheduled, Overton County. Okay?
Sure.
Well, last week when I was emailing the little director,
Oh, no.
it's not Overton County.
It's Overton.
John Overton in like right outside of Bellmead.
Right, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
You got the wrong Overton.
Yeah, but we're still going.
I'm going to have to go back and change a whole bunch of our schedule that we've got posted for next week. So John Overton, not Overton
And I have
County.
the schedule. I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you. Smith County, first of all, what do you know about their program?
Their coach is awesome. She's very sweet. I will say everybody in our region, which Smith County is not in our in our conference, but everybody has been so welcoming to our program.
Yeah.
Most of the time people are cutthroat and don't want to help you, but we have had a great success in coaches helping us, especially Tori, which was at Stone, which is now at Upperman.
Yeah.
She's been a great mentor. But the coach over at Smith County, she's great. They have some good hitters. They're good at defense. But they had approached us and asked if we would be willing to do a day game, and we were like, heck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that way that the girls can play, and we can go there and play at home, and it'll be enjoyable.
Absolutely.
We had this conversation, and then we went and looked at some film and stuff, and we were like, this will be a good competition for the girls to go and do.
I do have one more question. Kind of explain to people why you play the Saturday matches where you're playing 3 or 4, because I don't think some people that are in the volleyball world don't understand why every Saturday
girls and see different blockers, different hitters, and overall girls and see different blockers, different hitters, and overall try to make them better and not see the same people over and over.
Makes a lot of sense. Well, I tell you what, we're excited about the program. We're still trying to work on getting our terminology up enough where we can hopefully stream one of these games one of these days. But maybe we'll just have to do it without commentary.
We can commentary, but we can just say we don't exactly know what
You
all
can
of
say
this
who's
stuff is
hitting and
called.
passing.
Yeah. That was a nice hit there, Kelly. Behind the 6 foot line.
We watch Nebraska. My daughter loves Nebraska, and she is a big Harper fan, and so we watch them play. There's a documentary on ESPN that you can watch. And so you just, I'll send it to you. You can brush up on some of your terminology.
I got to work on that. I know. I seem like every time I'm planning to go to a match like on Monday, then something happens, and I'm
money and buy these 2 pieces of equipment. So I would just encourage people to please come
Yes.
and watch these girls.
Well, and that was my closing thought last week. You know, football's a revenue sport. Everybody loves football. We get it. Basketball's a revenue sport. Everybody loves basketball. We get it. We have a lot of sports that are non-revenue sports.
Yes.
We can't hear you.
Get Sophie's mic.
Yeah.
Sophie don't want to use it anyways.
I'll get some Lysol in a minute.
He's in rare form today, ain't he?
It's called an air cat, and it will do 1,000 serves or hits or sets in 1 hour.
Wow.
That would tremendously save Coach Madison's arm over here. But not only, it would allow us, it is Bluetooth, so we could just go serve after serve after serve after serve. Now, that machine alone is about $5,000.
Okay.
So great and sponsored games for us this year. So we just did one sponsor a game. Great and sponsored games for us this year. So we just did one sponsor a game.
Sure.
And their logo went up just to make it a little bit easier. But those are 2 pieces of equipment that we would love to have. Like I said, it allows us to do serving, passing, setting, and we can set it up to do blocking for the girls to work on their blocks. And it would be phenomenal for us to have. So those are 2 pieces of equipment that we would love.
We need to have a telethon. I mean, we do. We need to help them raise $6,200. And folks out there, again, that may be something we look into doing. But just even by coming to the matches, it helps support this sport, and those are 2 pieces of equipment. And again, this is a young program, so I know our community is great about coming together to help our young programs, help them grow. We've seen that with soccer in the last 20 years, and now we've got volleyball, and do encourage you to come out to the matches, help support these girls. If you just want to make a donation with your experience and knowledge, and I know that's going to be a great asset. Ladies, you as leaders of the team, thank you for all you're doing. You're going to be the foundation of this program. They're going to look back at 20 years from now, and you are going to have statues.
Please no.
I don't want the statue.
No.
Okay, all right, no statues, but you will be looked upon as one of the members of the foundation of this squad, and you're doing great things. Appreciate it. All right. We're going to come back and we're going to talk some DeKalb Middle School cross country. We've got the announcement of the Good Health Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week coming up. We're going to take a look at the upcoming week in sports. You're watching DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium is
fine when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go.
It's at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Services that ensure year-round comfort. With our satisfaction guarantee, you can trust that we will go above and beyond to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Let Ignite serve your HVAC expectations. Let Ignite serve your HVAC electrical and plumbing needs. 615 electrical and plumbing needs. 615-59.
First step towards your real estate success.
Or planning for the future. You can count on us to be there every step of the way. Experience the power of partnership with Liberty.
It's time to attack.
DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. We do apologize for technical difficulties forcing us to go pre-recorded, but that's okay. We're going to get the rest of the show out today. And okay, well, I've been told we're still going live, so if it drops, we'll have
both high school and middle school. And Coach Kristen just kind of wanted to pass up middle school, so I decided to take them over.
Okay.
And here we are.
And obviously you have a background in running because, well, as Coach often says, you know, most people run as punishment, not as something they enjoy. So what's your background in running?
So I'm actually from Murfreesboro. I came here because of my husband, so he's from here. I